How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope that your Monday is going by well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Black Apino the Apple Guy, and my channel specializes in tech tutorials, some unboxings, some how-to videos, and a little bit of product reviews. So this sounds like something that you'd be interested in. Please smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you don't miss content when I drop it. So today I'm going to be doing a product review on a camera that I've done 4 other videos on. And I'm going to be talking about the Sony zv-1 and why, if you're starting your first YouTube channel or if you're looking to up from your cell phone to a new camera, why you should consider the Sony zv-1. So we're going to get into it. Now I'm not going to go into too specifics. If you want to see what this camera looks like straight out the box, hitting the record button, I'll have a link in the description below where you can take a look at that video. But this is going to be primarily a follow-up to that video. So I've had this camera for roughly since November, so about 6 months. Now, the reason why I bought this camera was because it's small, it's compact. I don't have to worry about having to bring around extra lenses if I don't want to do that. I just simply pop it open, hit the power button, hit record, and it works just perfectly fine out of the box. Now, one of the reasons why I love it at this price range is that it's the only camera that I've found that actually has a swivel out screen. Now, the reason why you'd want something like this on a camera, whether it's a small compact camera or a full frame or a DSLR, is that when you're doing your videos, especially if you're a solo creator, you want to see what you look like in frame. You want to know, are the white balance fine? Is it too bright? You want to know, is your shutter speed set correctly? Is your aperture set correctly? Because nothing sucks more than you get everything set up, hit record, and then something's off, your color's off, your aperture's not right, it's too blurry, and now you have to fix this in post-edit. Especially if you're a first-time content creator, you're not really going to know what all that means. So with a camera like this, when you have your swivel out screen, you can simply just articulate it to however you want to do it. So if you want to do like some product reviews or any, as they call it, top-down type of box reviews, you simply just camera down, and there you go. You have your screen. You can fix your aperture and all of that via the dial right there, and once everything is set, you just simply hit record. And the funny thing about this camera is that straight out the box, it has pretty decent audio. Usually with most cameras, the audio just kind of sucks. It's not too bad with this camera because it gives you what is known as a dead cat, because your microphone is right there. So you simply would just equip this onto that, and then that kind of deadens out or kind of flattens out a lot of that background noise that you would normally get in any other camera that didn't have that. But a bonus that you get on this camera also is that on the sides here you have 3 different type of inputs, as you can see right there. So your top one is right there, as you can see. That is your 3.5mm standard jack. So you can technically plug in a external mic to this if you wanted to. You can do like a lavalier mic. You can get some pretty good ones, one for about 20 bucks. I have one myself. It's the Boya M1, if you want to know what that sounds like when paired on a camera. I'll have a link in the description for that video if you want to take a look at that. You can do a lot. You can get a small cage rig for this, which I'll have a link in the description for my playlist for almost everything I talk about on that. So you can get a small rig that you can attach to this that allows you to add an external mic to this, where you don't have to worry about having to have a long cord kind of hanging around on you. You have an external mic just sitting on top of the camera. And you also have, you can charge the camera via micro USB. So as you can see right there, that is your micro USB. You simply just plug that into a USB source, and then you can charge it that way. And the cool thing about this also is that you can turn this camera into a webcam. So say you're into Twitch streaming and you want to do some Twitch streaming and you don't want to buy a webcam because webcams either just too expensive or you just don't want a webcam, but you already have a camera. Having one of these, you simply just, as you can see right there in that corner, that is known as a mini HDMI to HDMI. You simply can just take one of these and you can buy what is known as an Elgato Cam Link, connect it to this, simply run OBS, and there you go. You use this as your virtual webcam. It's pretty cool. I've done it myself a few times. I haven't really experimented with it on Twitch yet, but I will. But other than that, it gives you a host of options that you can do in something that's so small that you never honestly would have thought that you'd get that in something like this. Not to mention the fact that typically most of those features you only get in something that you spend like $200-300 extra dollars more for that. Another thing about that I love about this is that it has a dedicated record button. So on the top right there, as you can see, that is your dedicated record button. You simply tap on that and you hit record. This here, the top button right there, that is your photo. So you can simply take photos while you're doing record, and your on and off button is simply this right there. It's behind this. You probably can't see it right now. Let's take this off. So as you can see, that is your on and off button right there. And then again, this is your zoom in and zoom out. Now I will say that buying this camera, you'll want to get extra batteries for it, because you will run through the battery fairly quickly if you're shooting at a higher frame rate, say at 4K 30 frames or 24 frames. You will run through the battery very quickly. I usually will get about maybe a couple of hours before the battery starts to drain, but I do have an extra battery that I bought for it. But other than that, literally you could have this simple jobby tripod and you have yourself a great content creator kit for pretty inexpensive, and they dubbed this the content creator kit for YouTubers. But if you buy it in the creator kit, which is what I did, you get this awesome remote. Now, I've talked about this a lot in my previous video on how to pair it and why it's a perfect tool for the Sony zv-1, so I won't go too much into the specifics on it. But if you buy this as a content creator kit, this simply just pairs to the camera, and then you pretty much have control over every function of the camera. You have your record button on one side, photo on the other. You got your middle track, it's your zoom in and zoom out. On the top there, that's how you would screw in the camera. And then on this side, you simply just press in on that and you can adjust the angle of the camera, and then you can even turn it into a simple desktop setup just like this, and that works. Now typically this is like $150, I believe, tripod itself, or I guess they call it a Bluetooth / tripod. But if you buy this with the Sony zv-1 content creator kit, I believe you can get both of these for I think around $800 or $750. I bought mine for $750 during the holiday seasons, which was actually a pretty good deal. So that is pretty much all I have for this video. I can't praise this camera enough. It is an amazing camera for the price. You get tons of value out of it. Again, 4K, you get that flip out screen that you can articulate and up and down. Now it's not full touch, which is the only drawback for this camera, but again, it's pretty easy to learn this camera straight out the box. It's very simple. Recordings, audio quality, video quality is great. And again, I have a link in the description below if you want to take a look at what this looks like straight out of the box with just simply hitting record and be on your way. So I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up, as this does help me create better content. And again, if you're new to my channel, please think about subscribing, hitting that bell notification. And again, my name is Blanca Pino, the Apple Guy, and I will see you guys in the next video.